Hi everyone, I hope you are doing well. Guess who's back on YouTube? First off, I want to apologize for my long absence from the channel. I've been super busy with work on some big professional project, managing the Patreon, and a bunch of other things. But now I'm fully back and ready to dive into YouTube again. So let's go. As for today, I'm going to walk you through an effect that's been highly requested, how to generate particles inside other particles with an organic look. It's not an insanely complex effect, but there are a lot of little parameters to consider, and the result is super modern and cool. So today I will show you exactly how to create it. By the way, the setup is already available on Patreon as usual, if you want to grab the exact same version I'm using. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel too, because like I said, I'm already getting back into it full time. Alright, let's get into the tutorial. Let's go. Okay, so now we are in 3dsmax, and the first thing I'm going to do is to create the first simulation for the big sphere. So I will go here and create a Tyflow setup. Open editor, and I will go here, preset flow, and click in simple icon flow. Okay, so I will just move this on the right. Okay, so I will change Tyflow icon in Ty icon, the icon to maybe sphere. Okay, just increase the scale a bit. I don't need the speed. I will go in burst, start 0 and 0, and maybe play with 6 particles. Let's see. Okay, so here we can see the particle, but I will create my own. So I will go here and create a geosphere like this with maybe 12 segments. Okay, I can now go in shape and add selected. I can now remove the cube. Okay, so we can see here the particle, but we can see they are overlapping and we don't want it, so I will add a fuse here. Go to switch to shape radius. Okay, maybe decrease a bit the scale like this. Up the number of particles. Okay, I think it could be cool like this. Let's see. Okay, so I have here my particle, here my first setup on the right. And now what you want is to convert all this sphere into cloth, so I will add a cloth bind operator. Perfect, don't need the display here. And I will add a find target because I want the particle to be attracted to each other, so I will just set the tag icon for target. So I can now create a find target. For the target here, I pick my tag icon. Okay. For the location, go to random and point random. Okay. So now let's see. Okay, we can see the start of the effect. Maybe the find target is a bit high, the velocity is a bit high, so I will set the velocity to maybe 3. To increase the quality of the cloth, I will just go to Tyflow. Here, in setting, I can set the time step maybe to 1, 2, and go to particle bind solver and increase the steps to maybe 100. Okay, it's already better, but we don't have collision, so I can go back here in close bind and enable QDAC collision solver. Perfect. Okay, so here we can see the collision, but I don't really like the look right here. I want the sphere to have more volume inside, more air. So I will go here, go up in the menu, increase the band, the stiffness band to 0.5. Okay, already good. And maybe the volume to 0.5 too. Yeah, that's a cool effect. Pretty cool. Okay, I think it's over for the beginning of this effect. I have my cloth simulation with 4 beautiful spheres. It's very nice. Now what you want to do is to create a lot of particles inside those spheres. So to achieve this effect, what we want to do after is to create a burst flow. But the thing is that the burst flow doesn't work with the cloth simulation. So to fix this issue, I have a little trick. Go to frame 0, just deactivate this one, copy, paste in instance. I can now reactivate and I will delete the cloth bind. Okay, I can now reactivate the display. So I have the same simulation but without cloth. I only want the sphere on the frame line just to tell to the particle where are the sphere, where are the location of the sphere. So I will add here a delete, timing, event edge, and from frame 1 to 100. So in frame 0 I have the particle, and after nothing. Okay, I can reactivate this setup. So work in instance if you want to create an effect like this, because if you want maybe to add a force, change the number of particles or other option, you will need to redo the step before, so just work in instance. Okay, that's great. Just don't forget one thing is to go to mesh here and deactivate render only, because it will not work if render only is activated. Okay, I will now create a new Tyflow setup. So I keep just the Tyflow 2. I will add now a burst flow. Pick the Tyflow 1. So here we can see the particle. I will maybe add the scale to decrease a bit the size of the particle, maybe 80. Okay, so you can see here where the particle will be generated, maybe 85. Okay, looks good, I think. And I will now create a spawn. Spawn here, add another display, maybe in red. Okay, link the spawn to the display here, and I will just deactivate the display. Okay, now what you want to do is to generate a lot of particles. So I will change the spawn mode here to voxels inside shape. Now you can see the voxels. So as you can see, the spheres are big because they are exactly the same as this one. Okay, so I will add another shape. You can see here the shape. Maybe change this one to 3D. Geosphere mid-res. Activate the scale. Maybe 200 with lots of variation. So here you can see the particle. Maybe less, maybe 100. What you can do if you want to have a combination of big and small particles, just go up here and duplicate the geosphere. Increase the scale maybe to 300 to have this one, and you can play with the frequency. So maybe 10% of big particle, I can change the frequency to 10%, and now you will see you have 10%. Here, in the voxel size, you can control the number of particles with the voxel. Maybe if I decrease the value to a value of 2, you can see a lot of particles. It's very cool like this. I think the value of 2 is a good value for this effect. So maybe the organization here is too simple, so I will go in the display, set the display here, I will go in the event 2 here, and after the shape, I will add a spread. So spread like this, and I can change the value, maybe 1. Looks good. Maybe a bit lower. Decrease a bit the scale to 80 because I don't want particle outside the sphere. Here I use simply sphere, but if you use another shape, maybe a deformed sphere, you can add a rotation if you want. In 3D. Rotation in random 3D. You can add, if you want, a spin. For the spin, I will change the spin axis and set travel direction. Okay, now what we want to do is that all those particles collide with the big sphere. So I will now add a collision effect. You can see here the particle. Okay. Right. And in collision, I will pick my Tyflow one. Okay, so if I go forward in the animation, so you can see that we have collision here. Okay, but we can see a lot of issue. So to fix that, it's very simple. You just have to go here in the collision radius and increase the value. So maybe 1, maybe 2. Okay. I think the value of 2 is a good value. To see more the particle, I will select my Tyflow one, object property, and see through. Okay, it's better like this. Change the color here to white, maybe black. Nah, white is good. Okay. So everything is perfect for the moment, but you can see that for this particle too we have overlapping, so we will need to fix that. It's very simple and it's not very beautiful. So I will just go back to frame 0, add a particle physics just after the shape, select shape reduce and increase the multiplier. For me, a good value for this effect is to play with a multiplier of 2. Okay. So, start to look good. Beautiful. Beautiful like this. If you don't like the fact that the particles are all on it, like this, what you can do is to maybe play with the force, with a fine target. I will show you basically how to do it. So, I will add a fine target. Here, pick again my tire icon and maybe decrease a bit the value, maybe 3 with a variation, maybe 3.5. Nice. You can also add a force. Force here with a scale to 10, a very low value, 0.1. Maybe 0.2, 20 for the scale. Okay, and that's very good like this. Very nice effect. You can easily control the number of particles here in the spawn by decreasing the voxel size if you want more particles, maybe 1. A lot of particles. Okay, now if I want, I can just go back to the collision and maybe decrease values to 1. Okay, I think it's better like this. That's very, very cool. And as you can see, we have no particles outside the sphere. It's very cool. Very cool effect. Okay guys, it's over for this tutorial. I hope you've learned a lot of things and that it will be useful for your project. If you enjoy it, feel free to leave a comment or give it a thumb up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You can of course find all my projects, this one and all the other, on Patreon, Gumroad, and you can follow me if you want on Instagram or Beyond. See you very soon for the new tutorial guys. Bye!